District Police picks up the 80 persons suspected to be Myanmar nationals from various villages of Churachandpur district. Chief Minister Nongtho Bambirin escalates works for pony conservation. CM inspected pony breeding farms in Lumpilpot and Pangai. "29 sites identified for mini hydroelectric project." Power Minister Thongam Biswarjit says Manipur could become a money generator in hydropower generation. Manipur reports 2 new positive cases of COVID-19 out of 65 samples tested in past 24 hours. State active COVID-19 cases rise to 16. And India adds 11,793 new COVID-19 cases, above 9,000 recoveries and 27 deaths in 24 hours. COVID cases rises to 96,700. And Laitonjamd Lanchenba of Manipur backs best swimmers titled in 38th Sub-Junior National Aquatic Championship, Gujarat. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Prime Time, the English Bulletin, and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly, and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now, the news in details. Churachandpur District Police today picked up the 80 persons suspected to be Myanmar nationals from various villages of Churachandpur district. Among them are children as young as 3 years of age. According to information received by Impact News, the district police team carried out a search operation in areas between New Lamka and Kanand Veng from the 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and picked up the suspected Myanmarish. They have been kept at Churachandpur police for verification. They are believed to be from the Moniwa village, Tebayin village, Kalay village, Tahand village, Tamu and Gamlat of Myanmar. Necessary legal proceedings are underway to rehabilitate the young children in observation homes. Chief Minister Nongtho Bambirin today inspected the pony breeding farms in Lumpilpot and Pangai, which was set up with an aim to safeguard Manipuri pony. Speaking on the sideline, Chief Minister Nongtho Bambirin assured of developing polo grounds along with stadiums in 5 districts of the state. He added that government plans to elevate the site in Lumpil by using earth excavated from the areas designated for water body. He further reveals that a race code will be introduced in the near future. Chief Minister Nongtho Bambirin also discussed matters regarding development of Pony Park in Lumpil in the presence of the members of Manipur Horse Riding and Polo Association, officials of Veterinary Department and MLAs who were present during the inspection. Speaking to media, Chief Minister Nongtho Bambirin claimed that Manipur was the only state in the entire northeast with a well-established cavalry unit in the past. He said government has decided to build the Pony Park considering the historical role of pony. He also appealed to pony owners who do not have the proper stables to consult the government and kept their horses at government-run farms instead of releasing them on the streets. The Chief Minister also appealed for public support in preserving the endangered Manipuri pony and the game of polo, locally known as Sagol Kangje, which originated from Manipur.
water body semkolakadro 427 acres muki leba kothorposi masigi areas da phajana thonjalaga masima permanently akoigi poni sigi sagol sigi oiba mafam ground yauna even race cross lamjen tanan bagi adugi circle du yauna masida semkan nabagi akoigi planning project akoi leire sidana na akoi manipur gi valley gi sagol senaba district manga sidaida sagol kangjei ga mari leinaba ground amam develop tawba with stadium ama koi develop torgani ado atuba matam da ahan boina koi wangjing tentha awang lekai gi da leiba sagol kangjei ground polo ground da sawa horgani.
Power Minister Thongamt Vishwarjit says Manipur can become a money generator in hydropower generation. The minister was addressing the 45th Commercial Coordination Committee meeting of Northeastern Region Power Committee NERPC today. Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited MSPDCL organized a meet at Classic Grande in Chingmarong. Minister Thongamt Vishwarjit said Union Power Minister has approved to state a 5-megawatt mini hydroelectric project in Manipur with 90% funding from the central and 10% from state. He maintained that State Power Department has planned to start several projects to boost power generation in the state. He asserted that Power Department has identified 29 potential sites for establishing a mini hydroelectric project ranging from the 5 megawatt to 45 megawatt and necessary measures are underway. The minister informed that the 1,500 megawatt Tipaimuk hydroelectric project, 190 megawatt Pabaram hydroelectric project, 60 megawatt Irang hydroelectric project, 51 megawatt Tuivai hydroelectric project, 70 megawatt Nungleiband hydroelectric project and 66 megawatt the Kongnem Chakha hydroelectric project are potential power projects of Manipur so far. Vishwarjit said proper functioning of these projects will solve the power shortage issues in the state. He also said people need not worry about the state power bill due to around 140 crore rupees since the department is yet to collect around 90 crore rupees power bill from different departments. Power Principal Secretary Rajesh Agarwal, NERCP Member Secretary B. Laingkoi, MSPDCL MG NG Subhash Chandra, MSPDCL MD and Sarat, NERPC TCC Chairmen Peng Ring Hung, Yanthang and representatives from other northeast states attended the meeting.
66 megawatt Kongnem Chakha hydroelectric project. These are the potential we have in our state. We can take up. If once it is taken up, so we can be the money generator. We have discussed many times, many rounds of time with other. The then Chief Secretary Rasmi. Was Rasmi also. So we have actually identified, identified the 29 locations for mini hydro project ranging from the 5 megawatt to 45 megawatt. Now we have actually completed consultancy process and now the project is under preparation of the DPR.
3 trucks of relief items and SDRF personnel team flagged off by Chief Minister Nongthuan Bireen reached Jiribam today. Jiribam Deputy Commissioner W. Malamngan Chenglei handed over the relief items for flood victims of Assam to Assam's Kasar District Deputy Commissioner Karthi Jali, IAS. The handing over event was held at the Foreigners Check Post located at Babupara in Jiribam district. Speaking on the occasion, Kasar DC Karthi Jali expressed gratitude to Manipur government for the kind gesture extended to flood victims of Assam. District administration to Jiribam and Jiribam district police officials were present on the occasion.
It's been a never before seen kind of pandemic, disaster, and we're all fighting, and we really appreciate and thank Manipur government and DC Jiribam to come and help us out in this time. Your ration and more importantly the 40 SDRF personnel that you're sending will be a big boost to our efforts, and we really appreciate this peaceful gesture, and I'm sure it will go a long way in building our ties further, because geography doesn't change, our neighbors don't change, so we have to live together, and this step from your end is really appreciable. We're very thankful for the support extended by Government of Manipur.
1 month of rain in Assam has devastated the state, affecting over 25 lakh people in the state in 2,894 villages in 27th district. More than 121 people have lost their lives. In Kasar, more than 3 lakh people have been devastated by the flood. The whole city of Silchar was submerged in water, with the houses getting washed away, no electricity and no food. The worst thing they are facing is the lack of drinking water. They are now using flood water for drinking purposes as they have no alternative solution. Flood victims are reportedly surviving on biscuits distributed by some local NGOs. Patient party created ruckus at Jennings Hospital following the death of a man who was brought for treatment in the hospital late last night. The deceased is 75-year-old Puyamd Ango, a resident of Kongba Makha Nandabam Laikai Jong Nganbe. Personnel of the Purampot police station rushed at the scene to contain the situation. Deceased person's family accused the negligence of Jennings doctors led to Ango's demise. They recalled that Ango was brought at Jennings in a critical medical condition on the earlier account, and even that time the senior doctors allegedly neglected the patients. They claimed that only postgraduate medical students attended Ango. Later, doctors came and informed family members to take him home with advice to return for check-up on Wednesday. They said Ango was brought back to Jennings last night as his health deteriorated. Upon reaching the hospital, doctors advised to conduct some medical tests and CT scan on Ango. Family members said no doctor was present when they approached for CT scan, and nurses at the CT scan unit shows attitude towards them. They appealed to doctors and nurses of government hospitals to be humble.
Nose fitting Toruga Yumda Lairona. Aduga Hapta Homule Hapta Home to the Bidanga, when a state of Pukolo have the Aduyo, the Bidanga Sipukolapada, Mana Tarmi was a Queen Sigi, doctors in the Hangwadagi, Kangasana was in hang with the Pau, Ekari, no city Kari, Queen, no man among the young Misipa hide. City scale Lobodo, Nomi Humi Marini Pa, Sumta Padang, Amulos or Namulogil. City scale is two doctors in the late side among quite jealous with the low end. Doctor Singda, Hivi, Sumina Ipas, no speeding to when in a sad attacked the Buduna massage, I know Tori, I'm to the young view, the no speeding have to sit toy the nurse like Adubu, who Irang Pam de, Marile, never am tongue the young Shanbu, she will equally of the Tobu, not the Ashibak Zhang Loro.
Speaking exclusively to media, Jennings director Ald Devend assured that an inquiry will be carried out into the incident and take necessary action against those found guilty. He informed that an understanding reached with the family members and they have collected the mortal remains of Ango. Dr. Deben maintained that Jennings is working towards improving a doctor's-patient's relationship and to curb frequent misunderstandings, disclosing that late Ango's son has submitted a written complaint to Jennings Authority. The Jennings director said Jennings Authority will reply shortly.
Ai basi apna pigi badagi moi reply si action lakoi kani haiba pot si tham gi badagi koi leitaba koi dead body si moi pu hare ramase matung da su yes doctor khaina yaring he koi gi ana basi kanna ba hona jage na koi hona jabani aruga sida karimo khudong ki bo khotpa yaw ba targa su koi doctor singna phajana masidi danger ni madi khudong thibani haiba si patient masa da nataba patient gi party da koi si haibam ji thokpani adu masigi soiba kedoba lenera mayam do koi kari toxige do koi kari action lakhot ka dege do koi soidana koi si tawjagani.
Jennings director Ald Devan revealed that Manipur government, in association with a Japanese firm, will set up the 150-bedded cancer unit in Jennings complex. The director said this on the sideline of a program organized to honor kidney donors of the recently performed kidney transplantation at Jennings, making the hospital the first government hospital in Manipur to achieve the feat. Dr. Ald Devan also disclosed that Jennings will conduct 3 more kidney transplantations. He clarified that the donor followed necessary legal norms, stating a women journalist and another woman from Vishnupur also pledged to donate their organs at Jenims. He encouraged the public to pledge to donate their organs to save lives. The Jenims director lauded the team of doctors who conducted the recent kidney transplantation successfully in the hospital.
Japan gi farm amaga loinana carcinose koba koi cancer khaktangi oiba bed chama gi yankhai legadaba adugumna ba hospital amasu koi gi Jenims complex ta lam koina puthoga honorable chief minister na masi sinbidana koi kanna construction tawjari masida honorable chief minister na su koi Manipur se awan ba afaba Manipur ma purake haidana khanbi ba tamsida koi praja punamangsu koi gi kano se koi sigi sarkar na tawiri ba thaw khudimukta su sajok pinabiu haiba pham jei thamjage sumaina koina ji kidney transplant tawriba dead body akoida donate tawiriba masi koi Manipur government gi sarkar gi ayaba yaurga legally tawjabani.
Executive Engineer PWD Imphal West Division issued notification yesterday informing encroachers to remove all structures and stack materials within 10 days from the date of notification. The press note says PWD Imphal West Division has found several unauthorized constructions and extension shops, railing, balconies, veranda, stair, rammed, encroaching along the roadside, footpath and drained, including slaking of construction materials, debris, etc., resulting inconveniences and disturbances to the commuters, causing frequent traffic jams and unavailability of parking area. The notice is served to all the concerned residing along Thangmaiband Road, Khuyathong Junction to New Assembly, Youth Center, Lairak, Thangmaiband Hijamt Diwand Lairak, Thangmaiband Chingakham Lampak to Lamphel Supermarket, Wathamd Lairak to Larin Hanjaba Lairak, Nagamapal to PHYLO Road opposite to DM College, NCC Office, Kangjabi Lairak, Rims Traffic Rotary to Lamphel Sanakaitheld and Lamphel Supermarket Road. A team of Commando Imphal East unit arrested two suspected active members of proscribed pre-prog during a frisking operation at Porampot DC Road today. Arrested persons are 53-year-old Yengkhomd Somendro, son of late Y Iboton of Chanam Sandrok Makha Laikai, and 36-year-old Ngathamd Bobby alias Naubi, son of NG Biramangold of Chanam Sandrok Makhalaikai. Police report says they were arrested in front of DC Imphal East office gate at 2:45 p.m. The police seized one mobile phone from their possession. The arrested person reportedly joined the outfit through one Ibochauba of Kairao Litand Makhong, Imphal East in 2010 and are presently working under his command. Police says they had disclosed to have recruited one Kaisham Nilachandra of Sandrok Makha Laikai, Imphal East district, to pre-park on the instruction of Ibochauba in 2010 and handed him over one unknown person at More. Arrested persons have been handed over to Porampot police station for necessary actions. As a part of Manipur government's war on drug 2.0, a combined team of Special Commando Unit Kabaisoi and Irelbung police station has seized 4 grams of suspected heroin powder from 3 persons, including one VDF personnel. The team, led by officer in charge of Special Commando Unit Kabaisoi, Subedar L. Bebe Kananda Jamandar and Michael, and Sub-Inspector of Irelbung police station RK Chinkei. RK Chinkwi Bonang, accompanied by representatives of the United Youth Organization Langdumd and Liberal Integrated Youth Langdumd, nabbed the miscreants from Langdumd in Kairao constituency last night. Arrested person are 22-year-old Muhammad Singamayumdi Imran Khan, son of Muhammad Zakir Hussain from Urup Awang Lekai, 29-year-old VDF personnel Irengbam Kanta, and son of Kishore, and 30-year-old Wycombe Levis, son of W. Ango, both from the Chanam Sandrok. Police also recovered 4 mobile phones and 3 two-wheelers from them. These items have been handed over to Irlbung police station for further legal actions. As a part of the War on Drug 2.0, Kaching police teamed under the command of OC of Kaching District Commander Unit Muhammad Abbas Khan seized suspected heroin number 4 powder weighing 661 grams this afternoon from the Laimanai Chingjin Commando checkpost. Police teams also arrested 2 persons who were transporting the drug in a Maruti Gypsy vehicle without any registration number. The arrested persons are 40-year-old Lung Khozang Tauthang, son of Jam Khosant Tauthang from the TV Gamnomphai village, Technopal district, currently residing at T. Mongleng village, Chandel district, and 34-year-old Thang Jamang Tauthang, son of Jam Kolen Tauthang from the Moltuk village, Moltuk Chandel. It is learned that the police team, under the overall supervisions of Kaching SP Shre Vats IPS, made the seizure during checking the Maruti Gypsy vehicles on which the arrested came driving from the Palel side. Police found the contraband in 50 shop cases, which were kept concealed inside a specially designed chamber below the chassis of the vehicles. Arrested persons, along with the seized articles, were handed over to Kaching police station, Oshi, for necessary legal actions. Manipur added 2 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of the 65 samples tested in past 24 hours. There is no death nor recovered cases. Active cases rises to 16. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, coronavirus has affected 1,37,260 people and claimed 2,120 lives in the state so far. Total recovered cases are 1,35,124. Recovery rate reduced to 98.44%. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
JCIAS MPSC Combined Civil Services Preliminary Exam 2022 course duration Thamanga July amadagi class hausarakani. Last date of admission 30 June 2022. Ex-Asian OBC SC ST economically weaker section ki oina 50% fee waiver oizagani ayupung 3 minute tara manga dagina 9 minute tara ga manga fawba class ta thajagani. College saliba mahairoi singi oina UPSC MPSC Civil Services Preparatory course laizari 75% fee waiver for OBC SC ST students. Eligibility 10+2 pass and above 24/7 lively ki khudong jaba su laizagani. Akopa marol 8414823540 natraga 6009183690 www.jcis.com. New check on Imphal.
The pinnacles of success. Get enrolled to one of the finest schools in Northeast India, UNACO School, Excellence in Education.
Presto Personalized Wonders Imphal da nauna hangdok jare haidiba asida personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba potlam sing mafam asida phangbigani. Ngasi maglangsing birau Tilak Ras Enterprises, Presto, Thangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong, Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin. India added 11,793 new COVID-19 cases, 9,486 recoveries and 27 deaths in last 24 hours. As per the latest report of Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cash load stands at 98,700. Total recoveries are 4 crore 27,97,092. Recovery rate stands at 98.57%. That toll reaches at 5,25,047. Over 197 crore 31 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 54 crore 99 lakh 18,000 people. It has claimed above 63 lakh 52,000 people, and recoveries are above 52 crore 57 lakh 87,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 32 lakh 65,000 in the world. Two-week state handloom expo organized by Manipur Apex Handloom Weavers and Handicraft Artisans Cooperative Society Limited Awaz at Urban Hut, Nilakuthi concluded today. The expo was held under National Handloom Development Program of Development Commissioner for Handloomed Ministry of Textiles. Speaking at the valedictory event, Awaz President A. Ronika said Awaz is striving towards promoting states' handloomed products at international level. She said the center has selected 15 out of the 17 projects under Cluster Development Program to propose to the relevant ministry by the state. Nilakuthi Gram Panchayat Pradhan T.S. Roksheni and District Handloom and Textile Project Manager T.S. Ibem Chan took part in the event.
Pulap oina apunbag na panggadni haiba dumaina punthalaga nga sigi stage sida akoi satminna bangamdana sumaina awa na se khangminna dana akoi phisabi singse phisaraga imungda leiramba do aduda natana phisabi na kari kana bayai phisabi na kari da bayai aigi mayeksina kadai da sat bayai aigi sajarai ba iyung phise kadai da yon gani adudagi kadum da pugani haibana singbase district helum textile na mayek seng na ta adugumba melage platform sida hanbalai dana akoi honamina si
Khwairamband Nupi Kaithelt, Sinfam and Sintak Kanbalupt today gave their support to the steps taken by 6 student bodies to ban sale of imported handloomed products which are manufactured outside the state by imitating the indigenous motifs. A joint press note from the association also appealed to state government to check the import and sale of such handloom products which threatened the indigenous traditional handloom products and the livelihood of those who are engaged in handloom activities. BJP National President C.T. Ravi said BJP-led government is working with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision to develop each household, each state to develop the country as one of the superpowers of the world. Speaking to media at BJP Manipur Pradesh head office in Thambal Sanglen at Nityaipa Chichuthek today, the party national leaders said with public trust, BJP-led government is ruling the center and Manipur. He maintained that the double-engined government is initiating welfare activities for people in the country, including the northeast states. He claimed that the present government is striving for the welfare of everyone without any discrimination, unlike the previous Congress-led UPA government. C.T. Ravi added that states received just 15% benefits from center during the previous regime. He went on to say that the BJP-led NDA government has provided welfare benefits to poor families, widows, young girls, students and youth, as well as improved road connectivity and infrastructures.
हमारा आद्यता सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास के साथ लेकर के जाना, भारत मजबूत होना मतलब सभी स्टेट, सभी व्यक्ति, सभी परिवार मजबूत होना। सभी परिवार मजबूत होने के बाद सभी प्रदेश मजबूत होता है, सभी प्रदेश मजबूत होने के बाद देश मजबूत होता है। इसके लिए काम कर रहा है। आज भारत दुनिया को लीड कर रहा है, एक व्यक्ति के नाते नहीं, एक देश के नाते दुनिया का लीड कर रहा है। मोदी जी के नेतृत्व के वजह से देश के अंदर, देश के बाहर ओवरऑल atmosphere in favor of Indians, in favor of India. This is the good sign.
BJP National General Secretary C.T. Ravi said BJP-led NDA government and the centre selecting tribal women as candidate for the next presidential election clearly shows that Narendra Modi-led government is striving towards raising the status of the woman to the zenith. He stressed on pushing the Chief Minister over increasing the number of women minister in the state from 1 to 2. C.T. Ravi said this during the state executive meeting of BJP Mahila Morcha Manipur convened today at Ipathokok Sangland in Lamphilpat, Imphal. JP Mahila Morcha Manipur had organized the meet. Speaking further, C.T. Ravi said since Prime Minister-led government came, different welfare schemes for women have been initiated in the country. He also maintained that BJP achieving a major success in the state assembly elections of 4 states including Manipur, which were held in the beginning of this year as a result of 66% women voters casting their vote in the election. He also highlighted that the practice of triple talaq was banned and the girl has been allowed to study in the Sainik school under the BJP government. He urged people not to trust the Congress party and slamming the Congress, Trinamool Congress and other political parties for alleging that democracy is losing its meaning since BJP came into power. Naria Pakang Lakpa MLA SKB and BJP Mahila Morcha Manipur Pradesh President Lotika Laima attended the meet.
मोदी जी कैबिनेट में वुमेन्स 11 मिनिस्ट्री फर्स्ट टाइम इंडियन मोदी जी ने 11 दिया है, अब केवल 1 दिया है और 1 देना डिमांड करिए। आपका हक है। किसके लिए है? आप कमल सखी के वजह से हर बूथ में काम करके पहला बार भाजपा क्लियर मेजॉरिटी से चुनाव में जीत के आया। आपके सपोर्ट के आया, सपोर्ट के वजह से आया। राष्ट्र के बिना हमारा सोच नहीं है, फैमिली के बिना कांग्रेस का सोच नहीं है। गरीब परिवार का लड़का काम करते करते प्रधानमंत्री तक पहुंचता है ना, दिस इज द डेमोक्रेसी। वी हैव ए डेमोक्रेसी, बीजेपी हैव ए डेमोक्रेसी। बीजेपी डू नॉट हैव फैमिली ओनरशिप। समाजवादी मजबूत करेंगे तो एक फैमिली मजबूत होता है, कांग्रेस मजबूत करेंगे तो एक फैमिली मजबूत होता है, बीजेपी मजबूत करेंगे तो भारत मजबूत होता है। इसके लिए बीजेपी मजबूत करना।
Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee Secretary P. Bankim Chandra slams BJP-led government as incapable of framing proper policy programs. Taking part in the protest meet organized by MPCC against the recently launched Agnipath scheme at Congress Bhavan today, Bankim Chandra said the union government should immediately withdraw the Agnipath scheme as it is detrimental for the career life of many youths. He said that the 4-year contractual scheme to recruit youths to Indian armed forces is humiliation of the armed forces. He also claimed that one union minister said that Agnivers will be utilized as security guards at BJP offices. He demanded the BJP government to take responsibility for the loss of properties during the protests carried out against the scheme across the country. Bankim Chandra also condemned Chief Minister Nongthoan Biren for stating that those who want can join and those who do not want the scheme are forced. He said such statement is unbecoming of a leader. The MPCC secretary demanded Manipur government to apprise the central leaders that many in Manipur are also against the scheme.
Laingak ki luchingba khwaidigi makok oiriba full authority leiba misak amanabo naha mayam sibu pamagana yaw pamdraga to o haisibu karinoba national security gi damakta leiba ngakadoriba border ngakadoriba tongan ba asigumba sensitive oiba akoi gi region kayada deploy tawgadoriba armed forces ki yam maru oiraba different wing ahum sibu akoi gi BDF training dawna tawraga masi yam comedy taba laingak ki policy planning leitabneba BJP laingak haibase policy planning leitaba adugumba koi gi ningak pada tawba leibak si makoina brick by brick deteriorate tawnaba disintegrate tawnaba laingak amane.
One-day health talk program was organized today at the Grace Academy in Langol as part of the ongoing initiate by Community Medical Department of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, Imphal. Speakers consisting of Dr. Ibotomba Singh, Dr. Jamshir, Drs. Homendro and Dr. Sandra spoke about menstrual hygiene in the program, which was organized under the supervision of the HOD of Community Medicine Department and Dean Academics RIMS Brojan Singh Akoijam, Assistant Professor Jalani Eld, Senior Residents Pooja Akoijam, Janani Eld, Dr. Avantika Gupta and Health Educator and Megha Chandra Mete were also present in the program. Manipur State commissioned for women to organize a one-day legal awareness program at the Irumd Baptist Church in the Kakching today. Advocate Khaidemd Santa gave resourceful insights on the obscencies and indecent representation of women, dowry debt, outraging the modesty of women, kidnapping and abduction, rape and sexual assaults, and domestic violence. Also presenting her view, Advocate Jackie Lucky elaborated about Christian laws on marriage and divorce, Christian law on right to property and guardianship under Christian law. Tea plantation drive at Memorial Blog unveiling ceremony was held at Kakching Angaching Eco Park today. Memorial Blog ADA Amt Kakching and Anganching Eco Park Management Committee along with the founder of late SDO Dr. T.H. Kishand and Mapari Ningsingkot Lubt MANIL jointly organized the event. Speaking on the occasion, the Taubal DC Antim Suvash eagle-eyes late Dr. Kishand. A medical camp was organized by Assam Rifles Kaupung Battalion under the supervision of IZAR South at Jaoyang Tek village in None district today. About 109 people from the village attended the free medical camp that was held with the aim to ensure humanitarian aid to public. A two-day 47th GST Council chaired by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman began today in Chandigarh. A host of issues including mechanisms for compensating states for revenue loss, tax rate tweaks in some items and relaxed registration norms for small online suppliers are being discussed. The meet will also clear levying the highest tax of 28% on the online games, casinos and horse racing, besides measures to curb tax evasion, especially devising ways to tackle high-risk taxpayers in goods and services tax. GST Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary, Finance Minister of State and Union Territories and senior officers from Union Government and State are attending the meet. Now the news from the world of sports. The long-jumped Lanchenba of Manipur has bagged the best swimmer's title in the 38th Sub-Junior National Aquatic Championship held at Rajkot, Gujarat. Lanchenba claims a total of 4 gold medals and 1 silver in different swimming events of the championship. Lanchenba is the son of Elkanta and Sonia from the Singjamai Thokchomd Laikai. Coach H. Dhamend and Coach P. Purnachandra trained Lanchenba at Central Swimming Center in Wangkaining Pukri during his childhood days. Currently, he is under the guidance of the first Manipuri modern college swimming pool head coach Tensubam Thoba. Notably, Eld Dikshant from Manipur also bagged a silver in high board diving of boys grouped 1. H. Gojen was coach cum manager of the Manipur team of the championship. International boxer Laishram Sarita says channeling youths towards sports will contribute in making war on drugs successful. She was speaking on the sideline of an ongoing boxing at the Lungchong Maifai subdivision headquarters in Ukhrul district. They named youth clubs along with Ukhrul District Amateur Boxing Association, Manipur Amateur Boxing Association and Sarita Regional Boxing Academy kicked off the Ukhrul District Summers Boxing Training Camp on June 20. Around 90 boys and girls between the age of 8 to 15 are taking part in the camp. She appealed to government to give focus to sports sector and set up sports complexes in all the districts of Manipur.
यारगदी गवर्नमेंट हजिगी डिस्ट्रिक्ट हिल एरिया रेगुलर ट्रेनिंग सेंटर पीदारगदी अचौब अहोंब हजिक मणिपुर वार अगेंस्ट ड्रग हजिक ड्रग के अगेंस्ट अखोन वार तौरीबसिदा मणिपुर गवर्नमेंट फागतलीबा तौरीबा मयाम असिदा अचौब अखोय आंगांसिंग यूथसिंगसिजे मोइसिबु ड्रग निसि चिंगदसु मरांग कायना निसाजे अतुकि मति होंगना फंगेबा फंगबसे मोइसिंग निसादा सखिदना बे स्पोर्ट्स के लाइन सिदा पोरागा मोइबु डिसिप्लिन लाइना अदुगा मणिपुर मिंगचत सानारोय मोइसिबु पुथोकसे पामेबा.
Named village chairman Yang Singh Releng, who took a major role in organizing the camp, said there are many potential players in Ukhrul district for sports like boxing, weightlifting, etc., but there is no teacher. He said if provided proper training, they can excel even at international level. He appealed to the relevant authorities to open a permanent sport academy at Lunchong Maifai subdivision headquarters.
Sida permanent center amma hangbagi facility di phajana lay haibdi si Mantap Hall indoor stadium si phajana haukum December 21 the honorable chief minister Sri N Biren Sina Sangabi rabni aduga hendok na sida hostel jo phajana lay re infrastructure phajana lay ising line ani dagi phajana lage ising nungsit phajana leba yam weather si clear oiba adum yam sengba environment amani aduna sida permanent sports academy hangna ningai mafam yam chai hana haininge.
Manipur has entered the quarter-final of the Hero Junior Under-17 Women's National Football Championship being held under the aegis of All India Football Federation. Assam is hosting the championship at Guwahati's Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium. In the last Group A League match, Manipur's Kimte netted 4 goals at 9th, 21st and 44th and 85th minute. Sanjana netted 3 goals at 40th, 82nd and 90th minute, while Sanjita, Babita, Romina and Sanamia netted 1 goal each at 12th, 15th and 48th and 86th minute to Durg Jharkhand 11-0. Manipur will meet Bihar at 9 AM tomorrow. In the ongoing 61st and 14th Boys State Inter-School Subarto Mukherjee Football Tournament at Artificial Football Turf Ground Langjing Achoba, SNGC and English School Kangpokpi defeated Bukpi Government High School the Fairjold by 2-0 in the first league match played today. In the second league match, Kingship High School Churachandpur beat Domini English School's None in 6-0, while St. Peter Higher Secondary School Chandal the Tress Sanatombi High School Kakching by 6-0 in the third league match. On the other hand, in the fourth league match, Utlau High School Vishnupur defeated Kamjong High School by 5-0 and Hairog Higher Secondary School Thobalt beat RK Sanatombi Vidyalaya Jiribamd by 4-0. In the fifth league match played today, St. Peter Higher Secondary School Chandald and Hairog Higher Secondary School Thobal will lock horn in the first semi-final match starting tomorrow morning at 7 and Utlau High School Vishnupur will play against Mount Jion Higher Secondary School Senapati in the second semi-final to starting at 8:30 AM tomorrow, and the tournament being organized under the aegis of Youth Affairs and Sports Manipur. The ongoing internal conflicts of the Manipur Wushu Association have reached an impasse as no amicable solution could be brought. Founder of the Wushu Association of Manipur, M. Biramani, along with Wushu Association of Imphal West, Imphal East and Vishnupur District today interacted with media persons. Biramani expressed concern as Wushu sports may die from the state due to the prevailing conflicts. He clarified that Wushu Association of Manipur, admitted under the Registrar of Society, has been carrying out annual audit and all relevant documents are available, stressing on the achievement and laurel brought by Wushu players of Manipur at national games and national championship. And Biramani appealed to all the Wushu enthusiasts to come forward and help in bringing a viable solution.
National Championship State Association Ningtijana, Tamjana selection Tozaraga, Tajarabado, Madu, Hojiki, Ipsana, Matamgragi, 2019 Nignico, as a Masi Kutingin Bahoropotegi, Hybrid team, Japan team, Matava, Monu team, Tajan Ba, the Kanasano, Mam, Topa, Machi Mamzito Budegi, Hojiki, Wusu Association of India, Idea Consent Federation, Matamkra, no Quaki, and Abulo devout the Queen of Paisel and the Park and Makwiki, Mutla Alaga, a Quiki, Hujiki Haribu selection Chitobune. Selection Tobuja, a Quiki Association goes to Pau. No committee Shemaga, Tika Hariba Canose, Kansing Sigi interesta, Sanorogi interesta, Tang Ani the selection to win and hybrid Sikarmon, the hybrid Sima Quenayam no
RPI Atawale National Secretary Maheshwar Talnajan felicitated MMA fighter Jojo Rajkumari for bringing laurel for the state. The event was held at RPI Atawale office in the Kaisampat. Speaking on the occasion, Maheshwar said Manipur will be unstoppable in the field of sports if sportspersons are given necessary support right from the formative stage. He urged the people of Manipur to support and encourage the budding sportsperson in the state. He expressed happiness and wishes Jojo all the best in her future endeavors. Matrix Fight Night 9, Jojo Rajkumari defeated a fighter Mary Buna of the Philippines in the recent 9th edition of the mixed martial art MMA event Matrix Fight Night held in Delhi on 24th of June. She was given the title of Cobra Queen at the event. Speaking on the occasion, Jojo Rajkumari said she has started a preparation to take part in belt card event.
Tasengna huzikti matamgi awon bapurapoina lairiba sarkar nasu degi related department nasu huzik step by step uba horakli aduna jojo de inspire oraga ma masumai to gibniko hai taragati koigi sports lover myam laibiriba department ke government gi site gi su hen encourage to biduna moi da mathuna habiraga matung tawa future life step tasu moi da pangal push ama to biragati moi huzik kem ta backing later bi da sibo gi yoga stage da propang amasinati Money they can push up back long kitang topic matamda international ki thak to moy panabi na mi tare tuman jasin harot.
India will take on Ireland in the second T20 International Series match at Dublin today. India is currently leading the two-match T20 series 1-0. The match started at 9 p.m. In the U23 Asian Wrestling Championship 2022 being held at Bishkek, Kazakhstan, the Indian wrestler Deepak Punia has won a bronze medal by registering a win against Kazakhstan wrestler. India had secured a total of 25 medals, including 10 golds in the ongoing championship. In Wimbledon tennis, Andy Murray of Britain has moved into the second round after defeating Australia's James Duckworth 4-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-4. He will clinch with world number 24 John Isner in the next round. In women's event, Britain's Emma Raducanu beat Belgium's Alison van Uytvanck 6-4, 6-4 to move to the next round. She will now take on Annette Contavield in the second round. Spanish teenager Carlos Alcaraz has a tough match as he engaged past Germans Jan Lennart Struff 4-6, 7-5, 4-6, 7-6, 6-4. He will now meet either Teland Grinspook of Netherlands or Italy's Fabio Fognini into the next round. It may be mentioned that tennis players of Russia and Belarus have been banned from participating in this year's event in response of the invasion of Ukraine. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Churachandpur District Police picked up 80 persons suspected to be Myanmar nationals from various villages of Churachandpur District. Chief Minister Nongthawan Bireen escalates works for pony conservation. CM inspected pony breeding farms in Lamphapot and Pangai. "29 sites identified for mini hydroelectric project." Power Minister Thongam Vishwajit says Manipur can become money generator in hydropower generation. Manipur reports 2 new positive cases of COVID-19 out of 65 samples tested in past 24 hours. State's active COVID-19 cases rises to 16. India had 11,793 new COVID-19 cases, above 9,000 recoveries and 27 deaths in 24 hours. COVID cases rise to 96,700. And Laitonjam Lanchenba of Manipur bagged Best Swimmers title in 38 Sub-Junior National Aquatic Championship in Gujarat. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime, the Manipuri Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. KK Tokchon. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Shri Shri Gaurachandraya Namaha Purvashram da Aigi Sahadharmini Brahmachari Mayum Ningol Lai Kuram Ombi Jayalata Devi na Mahaki Nusijaraba Imung Manung Shagai Natay Maruk Mapang Kwai Pum Namak Puthadok Lamlaga Haukiba June Kunganithoi da Shri Guru Gi Kripadagi Ves